All right, everybody. I am Steve. This is A is for Alice, B is for Bob, and C is for a crappy night's sleep, as you might be able to tell by my eyes. Big wins last night. Woke me up about 11 o'clock, and I did not go back to sleep till after 3, and then I get up at 4:15 when my wife gets up. So I am operating on very little shut-eye, but I am going to power through and show you my 5 favorite albums of 2005 and my 5 biggest disappointments. Speaking of up there, my little buddies here along for the ride. So let's get right into let's knock out these bad ones first, okay? This one, it didn't surprise me. I don't know why I keep buying their stuff because I've been disappointed now for got good 15 years by this band. Big part of it is, guys, singing, Ted Leonard, boring voice. Spock's beard, the optimist. I'm not very optimistic about this album. And I like the cover. That's kind of cool, but rest of the album, very boring. And that's the reoccurring theme here. This stuff is either boring or, you know what, Steve, you got just what you were expecting. They did not disappoint. Up next, this and the 2 that preceded it. This is a 3-album string that is also boring. Jethro Tull, Curious Ruminant. There's nothing happening here. And you're talking, what, Jethro Tull? They're like in my top 12, 15 favorite bands of all time. This band used to put out really good albums. They don't anymore. That is Love and Death and Dennis Hopper by the Waterboys. I don't know what he's doing here. You got 25 songs on here, and they're all averaging. Some of them are just like a minute and a half. A lot of them are 2 minutes. I don't know. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3 there. This is my second most disappointing. This band, their previous 2 albums, and I just noticed here, both of these bands are from Sweden that I got left here. The Spiders and their album Sharp Objects. Now, the albums that came before this, what is there? There's Killer Machine and can't remember the name of the other one, but those 2 albums, fantastic. This album, nothing here, nothing memorable. And then this band now, their last 2 albums they've put out since they've reformed because 2008, Nick Anderson hung it up with the Helicopters. And now this album, Overdriver, and the one that came out a couple years before it was that Eyes to Oblivion. Both of them, same problem. There's nothing here. Man, they put out some really solid albums. By the Grace of God, Grande Rock, what else? Rock and Roll Isn't Dead, and Head Over, I think, 2008. But this, no, just ain't doing it, fellas. Okay, let's get some better news here. Now, I'm going to do an honorable mention here. I do have 5 that are legit, but Richard's Vinyl Tap House talked about this album by, I believe, his favorite artist, Gary Numan. Is this Perfect Circle Live. I own 1 Gary Numan album, and this album, not only did I love this album, but it also inspired me to buy his autobiography, which I read. Zipped right through that. So thank you, Richard. Tune into Richard's channel. He knows what he's talking about. Number 5. Big time fan of him and his band. Well, number of bands. That's Mr. Steven Wilson and the Overview. There you go. Is it good? Yes. Is it great? No. But you know what? For me, 2025 was not a great year. So this album almost gets here by default. Number 4. Talk about coming out of the blue. I hadn't thought about this guy for, I don't know, had some hits in the 80s. And so probably 35, 40 years. and I think this was like it popped up as an Amazon recommendation. I figured, okay, well, you know what, I'm gonna just pull up a song, listen to 30 seconds, and see what I think of it. And wow, it was good enough. I bought it, and I gotta tell you, these first two songs, Palisades and Day in the Sun, especially Day in the Sun, that is an earworm. But there's more to it than that. There are really 13 good songs on this album, and that is John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. Yes, and their album Sound of Waves. Really good stuff. Go out and get it. Talk about going out and get it. This is a guy, the VC's very own Mr. PC31 Vinyl Policeman. We all knew he had a Kinks tribute band, and he proved here he is no one-trick pony. No. Talk about coming out of the blue. Of Gods and Men and their album, The Stare. And I said it when I first listened to this. Kingdom Come, that last song, that closer, epic song, perfect closing song. And I know Mike responded to me and he says that seems to be the song that everybody really likes. But once again, more to it than just one or two songs. I like every song on this album. Mike, you should be very proud. Well done. Then, talk about well done. What is this? Their 21st album. And it's also, as the hype sticker says, highly anticipated. Cheap Trick, all washed up. They are not all washed up. And I got to tell you, they picked the perfect lead single, 12 Gates. You got that and follow it up with Bad Blood. Ooh, that's really two great songs back to back. And also love A Long Way to Wooster. But this is another album, not a bad song on it. And I'm hoping, going by the title, that they're not getting ready to call it a day, but who knows. And then a guy who I've been a fan of for 55 years, and part 4 of my award-winning series on his career and life will be posting sometime soon. Took a little break because I did my 12 days of music magic during the lead up to Christmas. That is Mr. Glenn Hughes and his album Chosen. Oh man, this album's got a lot of punch. Boom. Yeah, Glenn's bass, and he can still sing. What is he now? 76, I think, right around there. Might even be a little older than that. But man, he can still belt it out. I'm glad I got tickets to see him. He's going to be here in April. I will gladly take in that show. And also, look at that spiffy platter. I would say this album and the album he put out 2016 resonate. Those are two best albums of his career. Any of the bands he's been in, with the exception of the work he did with Deep Purple. That's the only thing that's going to beat out this album and also Resonate from 2016. Get both of those if you can. I know Resonate's very hard to find on vinyl now. This I think you can get. So there you go. That takes care of 2025. Thank you for tuning in. I think I'm going to go take a nap.